tastes just like candy. So dance with me, candy. What? Guys, I'm about to throw this fucking phone at a wall, okay? That is really pissing me off. I had 83% battery, okay? It turned itself off, and now it's telling me I have 40%. Bitch. Oh, anyway. What's up, guys? And welcome to another episode of ItsASheThIngTV by me, Dominique. Okay. As you all know, I didn't do a review last week. One, I was not well. Two, I just had no patience to sit through the episode. Okay, I'm so sorry. However, I'm back this week. But I'm not sure if I will be back the next week, okay? Because I'm just saying, hit the floor starts, guys. Hit the floor. Now, everyone who knows me knows that's my show, okay? So I don't know if I'll be able to, record 2 times. Because, obviously I'll watch a day later than the rest of you guys since I'm from England. Okay? And it's just like, shit. One show might have to be sacrificed. And it's gonna be this one. Anyway, but I'm back this week. So let's get right into this. So, where's my notes? Okay. So, what season is this? Welcome to the Love and Hip Hop New York Season 6, Episode 5 review by me. Alright, so we start off with the aftermath following the altercation between Mo and Mariah Mo Money Lynn. Okay, now they were scrapping over Cisco's Uncle Fester looking ass. I'm not surprised. I didn't watch last week's episode, but obviously I can put the 2 and 2 together. So they were fighting over this. It's the aftermath. Lexi's looking at Mo like, what the hell are you doing? Yet another altercation, bitch? Must you disgrace us everywhere you go, Mo? Really? Really, bitch? Must you always do this, okay? Damn. Rashida's already over her. Mo's just like, hi, you see how I knocked that bitch's drink out of her hand? Boo, boo, boo. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mariah is just pissed off, okay? She's pissed that her drink got knocked out of her hand, okay? These drinks are expensive as fuck, okay? I felt her pain. She was like, it's not like I drink, okay? It's not like I spent $11 on this shit. This was an expensive ass drink and she knocked it out of my hand. I'm like, ooh. Meanwhile, Cisco's just standing there like, man, I don't even be messing with chicks like that, I ain't even know. But you know what? I respect how you handled yourself. You kind of turning me on. I'm like, oh. Alright, so he was turned on by, her being able to hold herself down or whatever. They start kissing. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Ridiculous, okay? I want to know how Mo and Cisco got together. How she get a man and I'm saying, all right, because her daddy is rich. Okay, because it damn sure is not for her personality and it damn sure ain't for her looks. I'm not being petty or shallow, I'm just being real, okay? She got a stank-ass attitude. You can't be that busted and that rude. No. You either gonna be busted and nice or you gonna be no. Just have a good-ass personality, bitch. Lesson learned. Moving on. Alright, so Peter Guns is back on his music flex, okay? He's back on his grinding, okay? Making music and shit. But he's sitting there, with his rented sunglasses, his rented cigar, up in that rented studio, laying down some tracks, okay? But he's all in the zone, and who comes in? Tara. Yeah, we're all tired of seeing her, I understand, okay? So she comes in, there's always something wrong with this bitch, okay? She's never happy. Yeah, she continues to mess with him. Alright, I'm getting tired of her. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired of Tara. So Tara sits down, and she's just like, okay, so I see you're here. Where were you when we got into the issue with Amina? He was like, I just kind of had to, go, because, it was getting out of hand. She's like, why you always do that? You're the one that put me up in this apartment, okay? Saying that it will benefit me and the kids. But really and truly, you were still messing with Amina the whole time. I don't understand why you keep doing this, Peter. And honestly, I'm getting tired of it, okay? I love you, but I can't do this, okay? What's love got to do with this? He's like, I know you love me. That's why you still here. You love me. She's like, I do love you. I do love you, but I can't love you anymore, okay? I'm tired of this. I have to do this for me and the kids. I'm done, Peter. I'm done. Bitch, you better you need to stop doing this, okay? You better charge. Shit. Okay, but as for that, guys, I'm sorry. As for that, you know what, Tara? I have no hope. I just don't care anymore. And this bitch is pregnant. So you're done with him. You swear you're done with him. You want him out of your life, but you're pregnant again. Go somewhere, Tara. Go. Just get out. Moving on. So, with Mendici's sentencing being postponed, Yandy is able to focus on her manager flex. Okay, she's able to, you know, get some work in before she has to deal with the stress of her man leaving once again. Alright, so she has a little meeting with Young B. Is that her name? Lil B? Bianca. Bianca. Okay. See, we don't, sorry, FYI guys, in England, we do not pronounce it Bianca. We say Bianca. Okay, I'm calling her Bianca. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. Okay, so, you know, she's waiting for Bianca at the studio. Meanwhile, Bianca's running late. She comes by later on and she's like, oh, girl, you know, I mean, I'm sorry I'm running late, you know, but I had to fix my hair, you know, my makeup, you know, I was stuck in traffic. And Yanti's like, bitch, what? You want me here. You want me to be your manager, bitch. Meanwhile, you telling me about the hair appointments and all that. I don't give a fuck. You're supposed to be here. Alright? It's not on your time. This is my time we're wasting. You should be here. And I'm like, right, girl, you trying to get popping up in the music industry again. You really want to burn your bridges now? You know, running late and shit. Everybody know when you go to the studio. Shit, I'm just saying, back in the day, alright, your appearance didn't even matter, okay? You go to the studio looking busted as fuck. You lay down your tracks, and then when it's time to shoot the music video, that's when you look good and shit, okay? But meanwhile, in this generation, these girls make sure they look like they are about to walk the runway before they go to the damn studio. That's why your music's shit. Anyway, so Yandy's just not here for this girl, wasting her time, and she's already in Yandy's bad books since, you know, the altercation at the showcase with, what's her name, Momo, okay? So she's already unimpressed. So she's like, you know what, I think it's time you get enrolled into Tara's etiquette classes. And I'm like, oh, I know Yandy did not just say Tara. I know she must be talking about another Tara. Because ain't no Tara on this show that is worthy enough of giving an etiquette class, bitch. Tara who? Must be different Tara, because I know she ain't say Tara. Etiquette, bitch. Okay. I know we all side-eye that. Okay? No. Alright, and Young B is like, okay, no, that's not her name. Bianca is like, okay, I'll do that. Shit, I'm in need of some etiquette anyway. Alright, whatever, moving on. So, Mariah Lynn and her mother. Okay. Alright, this is so funny. So, Mariah Lynn's mother has done nothing but cause Mariah Lynn pain, okay? She keeps bringing on the pain, and Mariah Lynn is tired, okay? She already has a kind of, you know, not so good relationship with her mother. You know, she pointed out that she grew up in a foster system or whatever, and yeah, whatever, okay? However, her mother is a damn nuisance, and she's tired of it, okay? My music is popping, you know, more money, I want your money is going to the top. My career is going up, and every time I'm about to get somewhere, my mother always has to bring me back down. All she does is bring me pain, and I'm tired of it. It's all about Mariah. I can't be playing mother to her. I don't want to do that anymore. So my mother got caught shoplifting. Really? I'm like, oh, you guys make me tired, okay? So her mother got arrested for shoplifting. And this wasn't the first time she's been arrested, nor will it be the last time, okay? Mariah's tired of her shit, and Mariah's tired of bailing her out. So she obviously gets her mother out, and her mother just looking. Anyway, she looks like one of my neighbors. Like, she looks like my neighbor, like opposite. She looks like my neighbor. Just like her. Shit. Anyway, okay. And Mariah's just like, I mean, Mom, what the fuck? And her mom's like, you know, I've been, you know how I do, okay? I have a problem. You know? I like stealing. You know, the drugs be getting to me. I don't even know what I be doing sometimes. So basically, her mother is a kleptomaniac. Okay? And to top things off, guess what? She pregnant too. So she's a pregnant thief. And Mariah's just tired of this shit. Mariah's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, I can't be dealing with this anymore, alright? So yeah. Mariah used her rent money to bail her mother out. I mean, I felt sorry for Mariah, but you know, if she wasn't so much on 10 every time, I would probably like her a little bit. But she gets on my nerves, okay? Moving on. I pray for them. Okay, so Lexi is at the end of her tether with Mo. So she seeks advice from none other than Uncle Tretch, okay? Now, everyone knows Tretch from Naughty by Nature, okay? Hip-hop, man. Oh. 90s. I love you. Anyway, okay? Alright, so she seeks advice from his fine ass. And she's like, look, Uncle, you know, I'm so tired of Mo, okay? I'm really trying to get bad bitches on deck on track, but she's not having it. Everything is about her. Every time we go somewhere, she wants to pop off, okay? And she is really tarnishing our image, okay? She's making us look bad. Don't nobody want to work with us. Don't nobody want to hear us. Because every time we go somewhere, Mo is on some bullshit. What should I do, Uncle? And Tretch is like, well, you know, I mean, shit. You know how it go. You know, 95% of the time, groups don't even like each other. They don't get along. But what you got to do is negotiate. You know? You got to negotiate and find a common ground. And you got to work together. You know, you got to be a team. And she's like, I understand, Uncle, but, you know, there ain't no team when it comes to Mo. There ain't no team. You know, I'm trying. I'm really trying. And I feel like, okay, coming to see you is really going to help. But at the end of the day, like, she is a mess. And she irking my nerves. And Tretch is like, look. Well, I think you need to go and talk to her father, DB, okay? So Tretch is DB's friend, and DB is Mo's father, who is the guy with the money, okay? The money that has Mo tripping so damn much, okay? So, you know, he's like, why don't you just go to DB and talk to him? And if, you know, he can't get through to Mo, then you need to start thinking about yourself. And she's like, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to go speak to DB. Because DB is not just Mo's father. He's like my father, too. You know, he's been holding down our group. So I'm gonna go and talk to him. Okay, alright? So that was that scene. Okay, so moving on. Amina is just so down in the dumps, okay? Not only has she been betrayed by Peter Panky, okay? But now she has to deal with Tara's fuck shit, okay? She has to deal with that. And then her sister, her confidant, her twin, is no longer with her right now, okay? Her twin's gone back to Germany. So she feels so alone. So she resorts to speaking with Peter's eldest daughter, I believe, or one of his older daughters, okay? Whitney, who, by the way, looks exactly like Tara. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, so she can't stand Tara's ass. Yeah, she has to sit in the face of Peter Panky's daughter that looks just like Tara. That's funny. But she's beautiful. I must say, Peter makes some very good looking kids, but he ain't shit. So I don't care. Okay? So, what's happening? Why is my thing not charging? Girl, tried it. Anyway, sorry guys. Look at this ghetto ass shit. Yeah. Is that real? I need a new phone. Anyway. So she basically gets to talking to Whitney, and Whitney just basically says, look, I understand what you're going through, you know, my dad has a great heart, but when it comes to women, he's weak. He does some stupid shit. He treats them, you know, badly. He treats my mom like shit. He's treating y'all like shit, you know, and it's just a mess, and it's affecting me. And, you know, Amina's like, I understand, you know, sorry. She's like, I know, it's just, I just don't know what to do, and, you know, to make matters worse, I was pregnant. And Whitney was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you know, I was pregnant, but I had to, I got an abortion. I got an abortion, you know, and it's just like, you know, and Whitney's like, oh my God. And basically, Amina has realized that, look, as much as she loves Peter Panky, she needs to let him go. Okay? She needs to love herself, and she needs to love her daughter, Corey. Corey can't be growing up to see the piece of shit her daddy is. No. So it's time to think about her. Okay? It's time to think about her, and especially since she made the bold decision to get an abortion, just like we all assumed she did, because, you know, she's not pregnant anymore, right? I mean, I'm really growing to kind of Respect is a strong word. I'm growing to kind of understand, maybe tolerate Amina this season, okay? Alright, I like her. She seems like she's got sense. She's naive, but okay. We getting there. Don't mess it up now. Don't mess it up. Alright, but yeah. Moving on. So, Tara's school for the Ratchet. So, as Bianca shows up, she brings Cardi B, okay, because she needs some moral support, and she feels as though Cardi B can do with some etiquette classes also. I agree. So, they go into Tara's class, and I'm like, Tara, ain't this about a bitch? You giving classes on how to be a lady, on how to be classy, when you classless? You ain't got no class. You ain't got no class. How you giving people classes on how to be a lady when you ain't even that? Okay, I don't care how great you speak. I don't care if you speak with the tip of the tongue or the tip of the lip or whatever that saying is. I don't care. If you sound prim and proper, bitch, your actions speak louder than your words. Have some of that, okay? I'm just saying. That was just the pot calling in the kettle black. You really trying to give people lessons on how to... Okay, so the classes begin. So she asked them why they're there, and Cardi B's like, my management said that, I don't talk properly, so I have an accent, so I'm coming here to just, learn some stuff. And she's like, okay, so why don't you introduce yourself? She's like, okay, I'm Cardi B, and I'm from the Bronx. and Tara's like, right. And then she asks Bianca, and Bianca's like, well, I'm Bianca. I'm from Harlem. Bianca from Harlem. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? And she's like, okay, girls, okay, all right. Why don't we, sip some tea? And I'm like, what? Do you guys think you're in England? Who really does that? Okay, look, I don't know why people associate drinking tea with being classy. It's just no. Not everyone likes tea. I'm just saying, okay? I have class, guys. Just because I be acting all bougie and ratchet on this, y'all don't know me in real life. I be shit. I'm still ratchet, but I can bring it down. I know how to be. Look, I know how to be very prim and proper. Okay. I would have aced that class anyway. All right, so they start doing some mouth exercises. Cardi B's like, I ain't use my tongue, because my man's in jail. Yeah, so this was just done to just make everyone laugh. There was no way this was done, in all seriousness. No. But then, Tara gets up and she's like, okay, so, if you were going somewhere, I wouldn't, advise you to wear that. Your cleavage is showing. And Cardi B's like, no, my cleavage is showing because my teeth are fucked up. So I don't want people to be looking at my teeth like, oh my God, this bitch got some fucked up teeth. So, I'd rather them look at my titties and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Cardi B, look. She is funny, but I feel like she does a little bit too much, okay? The reason why all of us kind of liked Jocelyn Hernandez was because there was an element of realness to her. She didn't realize she was... She didn't realize she was as ratchet and messy as she was, There was some sort of kind of naivete about her, She wasn't really aware of how she was. I'm the body bitch. I'm Jocelyn. I can't do it. Okay, but and we couldn't relate with her, but there was some sort of something there. But whereas Cardi B, I just feel like she's putting on a show all the time. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. She's funny though. But anyway, that was really about the etiquette classes. It was a bunch of bullshit. Alright, moving on. So Mariah's mom goes to court and they've postponed okay, her sentencing, because obviously she's pregnant, so blah blah blah, she can have the baby, in the real world and then go back and do her time and whatever. And Mariah's just like very upset. They start crying in the backseat, because obviously her mother was willing to do time in order to pay her back her money. And Mariah's like, I can't believe you were willing to do that for me. I mean, like, Mom, as much as I'm hard on you, I love you. I don't want you to go away. And I'm like, this is kind of cute. Y'all still ratchet, but alright, whatever. I don't care. Moving on. Moving on. Okay, so to the final part. So Lexi finally goes to see DB, okay, Mo's dad. They start talking and she's like, look, You know that Mo's like my sister. You know, I love her to death. But at the end of the day, she's killing our group, and I just don't know how to go about it. You know, I've tried to talk to her. She ain't listening. I've tried to talk to everybody, but she's not trying to, like, I don't understand, you know? And DB is like, yeah, Mo's hard-headed. She's stubborn as shit. I know, because that's my daughter, you know? She has an ego. She don't listen to nobody. And I'm like, damn. Now, if her own daddy is saying that, then you know what, Lexi? I think you might just need to leave bad bitches on deck and be a single bitch on that deck. Okay? Because, honestly, Mo's doing too damn much. She's doing too damn much. You know? She's looking like Tu Wang Fu. What was it called? You know what? The character... What's his name? The guy to Wesley Snipes play. She looking like Joanna Man and shit. And it's like, you're doing too much, okay? So as they get into talking, who walks in? Mo walks in with her mother and her sister. And then that was going on. And Mo's like, okay, so first of all, it looks like my father and Lexi are having a meeting. But at the end of the day, this can't be no meeting without me present, okay? Because there was no bad bitches on deck meeting call. So I want to know what's going on. Why she near my daddy like that? And then, you know, Lexi's like, okay, look. Mo, I try to talk to you. I try to speak to everybody. But you know what? I'm losing my cool. You know, I love you. You're like my sister. But you were killing our group. You were doing too much. You know? Every time we go somewhere, you're doing the most. And then Mo's like, hold on. So y'all talking about me? Oh, okay, so that's what it's about. At the end of the day, you know what I'm doing. And then Lexi's like, see, that's the thing. It's always I. It's always I. Okay? You need to be about our group. And she's like, bitch, but you talking about me. You and my father talking about me. And then DB's like, you see, that's your problem, Mo. You got too much ego. And then Mo's like, wait, hold on, daddy. So now you taking her side? And then Mo's mom was like, you putting the girls against each other, DB. And I'm like, if you don't get your ass somewhere, okay? Because I'm just saying, I don't care if you're the mom. I'm sorry, you wasn't present, okay? You don't know what's going on. You don't know what we know, okay? Shush. Alright, but they just go back and forth, and basically Lexi's like, you know what, I'm done with this shit. I tried to come and talk to you and really fix our group, but clearly you want to do your own thing, so I'm going to do my own thing, okay? Peace out, bitch. Don't let the good... okay. Alright, basically, that's what happens, okay? She leaves. And I guess that's the end of bum bitches on deck. I feel like Mo just basically acts the way that she does because she knows that her dad's got the money. She's acting, and it's funny because you come from a rich family. Yeah, you're so ratchet. You're put. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we'll see how it is. But that was it for this episode, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I will. About next week, like I said, Hit the Floor is premiering, okay? The season premiere of Hit the Floor. Now that's my show, guys, and it comes on at the same, on the same day as Love and Hip Hop. And I don't know, guys, I find it already kind of difficult to kind of record at certain times, so I don't know if next week's episode gonna be there. I'm gonna try though. If I pull it up, it's gonna be a day later, and I hope you guys don't mind that. But it's ItsASheThIngTV. Thank you so much for watching. This review was a mess, but okay. Love you all.